down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now instead of going in a circular motion, see if we can just get that wrist to do a flexion extension. There we go. It's still a circular motion, but it's not. It's a subtle circular motion, but it's never a motion where like your elbow and arm needs to come forward and back. It's just the elbow naturally comes away from the torso, and then it comes right back in. This is really nice. This is looking really nice. Because you're letting your wrist, right now you're letting your wrist drop to get that upstroke. And then the more you do it this way, the more control you'll be able to have over it and speed it up a little bit. And right now it's sort of swung like like I can count triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And eventually, if you can work, you would get that third bounce for 1, 2, 3, 1. But now also see if you can straighten them out for straight eights.
Straighten them.
Straighten them out like 1 and 2 and 3. And so you have this happening. 1 and 2 and 3. Down, up, 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 down, up.
I noticed that like my stick is hitting in 2 different spaces as well.
Yeah, that comes, like I'm showing where my stick is hitting, and it's kind of almost the same, but sometimes it's a little bit different. With the Moeller stroke, that's going to happen.
Okay.
So don't, maybe once you get more facility with it, then you'll automatically just be hitting. Worry just about the feeling of just like, what does it feel like for the stick to be coming up and for it to be also hitting the pad at the same time.
Okay. Basically single strokes.
Yeah, I would do consecutive. With the tooth, I would do consecutive because you're going to get into a better flow. Yeah. Maybe like 12 or 16 or something. Yeah, that's pretty good for your right. That's some of the best right I've seen. Because you're just let that wrist fall down into extension. Into flexion. Flexion is when the wrist goes this way. Right, and then extension is kind of on the, well, it doesn't really go that, it doesn't really need to go into extension on the downstroke. It just kind of needs to flop back into a downstroke. But it definitely has to go into a flex. You have to flex it, let it release, which is a flexion in anatomy terms. Nice. Now it's back to a triplet, sort of in between. Now we're like in the crease. But close to the triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now if we straighten them out, 1 and 2 and straight. It's harder, yeah. I guess it is kind of harder to straighten them out, because this feel or this triplet subdivision, that little space between the I guess the upstroke and then the next downstroke, it's like quick slow, quick slow, quick slow, quick slow. I think makes sense in terms of what the Moeller is about. And once you get good at that, once you start developing that, then you'll be able to straighten it out like this. But it's going to take, it's a process, so it takes a little bit of time to get there. So just the fact that you're doing this quite well is really cool. Because now you're developing another facility, another technique that you're going to be able to use on the drums. Awesome.